a sophomore at NNU, studying secondary math education and music education. I've made this presentation with just a few pictures to show my culture and also a few items to show you guys just how I am who I am and how I was raised. So to start, I have this picture of Horseshoe Bend. I was born in Lewiston, Idaho, but when I was 7, my parents moved to Horseshoe Bend because my dad got offered a job in Boise, and they chose to live close to Boise but not in Boise because they were both raised in small towns and they wanted their family to be raised in a small town also. So these are my parents. They both were part of low-income families. My dad had a single working mother and my mom was a child of 5, and so they both didn't have that many opportunities growing up, and like I said, they were from small towns. They actually were only 40 minutes away from each other, and they met when they were in college at LCSC. They were both the first to go to college in their whole family. My mom actually only went for a year because my parents got married and they had me, but my dad graduated, and he was the first in his whole family to graduate from college. And so this picture is just to show that even from a really young age, my family has made a really big emphasis on being outside and having nature be a part of my life and just loving the outdoors. And so in the summer we go to Riggins and spend days at the beach. We like to go fishing on my Uncle Rod's jet boat, and sometimes we catch sturgeon. And then we love to go camping. We don't go camping as much anymore, but we used to go camping all the time, and we usually do it up in Riggins. And so my family, we go Christmas tree hunting, we go mushroom hunting, we go huckleberry picking, we do lots of things up in the mountains, and we do it all together as a family. We're very close. We only live about like 2 hours from each other, so I can drive up to my grandma's and she's only like 2 hours away. And so we're just very tight-knit and we love to do things together. And then my grandparents actually used to caretake a hot springs outside of McCall called Bergdorf, and so for about 3 years my mom and dad would take all of us kids up there and we'd stay there for weeks at a time and just help them out around Bergdorf and help them build cabins and just help run the place. And so most of my family's from Idaho, and we actually have some like Native American blood in us, and so we really like learning more about the history of Idaho. And so this is actually up in Florence, and we just like learning new things about the land and like who used to live there and whatnot. And so I really think Idaho has really shaped my family and it's shaped who I am. And so this is just the Riggins area where most of my family is and where most of my experiences and memories come from. I just have a lot of good times on this river, on this beach, and going camping in the mountains around there. And then the next thing that's really important to me is family. This is my sister. She's only 2 years younger than me, and we're best friends. Going to a small school is kind of hard sometimes because you don't have a lot of people to be friends with, but I've always had my sister there. And then when I was 13, my parents told us that they were expecting, and it was kind of a big surprise, but I wouldn't trade my brother for anything, and I can't imagine life without him. And so these 3 women have made a big impact on my life. They're my 2 great aunts and my grandma, and like I said, we're all super close to each other, and they just have been really involved in my life and have given me advice on things and just really shaped me. And then this picture is just to like demonstrate that I'm the oldest in my generation of all my cousins, and so I've had to learn to be more responsible than everyone else and to be a better leader. And so being from a small school, which I have this yearbook from Horseshoe Bend, it's pretty small, and I graduated with 23 kids in my class, and a lot of people think that being in a small school you don't have as many opportunities, and that is true for some things, but since I did go to Horseshoe Bend, which the elementary school was connected to the high school, I was able to, my senior year, teach music to the whole elementary school. Our school no longer had a music program because of budget cuts, but I was able to fit into my schedule that once a day I would teach K through 5 music for an hour each day. And so I was able to do that, and it was a great opportunity because I got to see all the different types of ages, and I got to realize that my passion for education, my passion for teaching. And so I'm just so thankful that I had the opportunity to do that. And then another part of kind of what makes me who I am is, since my family is kind of on the lower income class, we love to go shopping at the Goodwill, we love to go yard sailing, and we just love antiques and we love old things, and so I really love old things. And so this is just a picture of going to old bookstores, looking at old records. And then another part of my life is music. So this, I'm learning to play the guitar. I'm not very good at it yet, but I have lots of memories of just my family around campfires, jamming out on the guitar and singing and just having a really great time. And we all connect through music because we all love music so much, and we have competitions on who knows the most bands and whatnot, and we just kind of communicate through music. But I play the piano mostly. I started lessons when I was in 7th grade, and now I play piano at NNU through an NNU piano scholarship. And this is my professor, Dr. Hughes, and he's just given me so much. He's basically, this piano scholarship is the reason that I can go to NNU, and he's just always there for me, and he's great. He's a great person. And so the last thing, that kind of big thing that has changed my life, is NNU and the opportunity to go to a private Christian school and just being there with the atmosphere and the people and being a part of the education program. I love the education program and all that it has for me, and I'm super excited about it because it's great. And I've just been able to make many good friends here so far, and I've totally changed as a person by just coming to NNU because of the great atmosphere of it. And so last but certainly not least, faith and God has definitely shaped my culture. My family hasn't always been actively involved in the church, but God has always been a part of our lives. And so coming to NNU, I kind of got to rediscover my faith and kind of figure out exactly like my beliefs and growing deeper in my relationship with Christ. And so NNU has just been a great place for me to grow and learn, to be a better person, to be a better educator, and just to keep growing. And so this is my presentation. This is little pieces about my culture, and I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you.